Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. I think this reasoning this evening gonna be one of the most profound reasoning we have ever had on this channel. Brother Imhotep is gonna join me in a few, maybe at the last segment of the reasoning here. But you don't want to miss this reasoning. You don't want to even drop asleep on this reasoning. Trust me. You do not want to drop asleep. This reasoning here, that could be one of the most interesting piece of reasoning that we reason so far on this platform here. Trust me. Trust me. When I say trust me, I mean not even try buy what me I say. Just trust what me I say. Not even try buy it. Just trust it. Just trust what me I say. And you will understand the reasoning here. Remember me tell you, the reason here is what I say? And for the people who are concerned about the COVID, yeah, I think I'm getting better. Still testing positive. I'm doing my home testing. Testing positive still. Some days better than some. Today is not one of my best days. Maybe I just saw it go. Is this my boy CJ? CJ, is that you? Yeah. So trust me. Big up yourself, Debbie Hansen. Seeing your mask. Big up yourself. Carla, big up yourself. Yeah? Big up yourself, Rick Stevenson. Yo, this I don't even want to wait for anybody to jump into this reasoning. Yeah? I don't even want to wait for anybody because this reasoning is a serious piece of reasoning. This is a serious piece of discussion, people. Serious piece of discussion. I don't even want to start with no music, not at all. I want to just jump straight into it. Straight into it. I want to jump straight into this reasoning here. You see what I say? I want to jump straight on the reason here. Now, check this out, see? Check this out. Look at your screen. What is? Pegasus, right? Pegasus spyware. Right? Pay attention, you know. Pay attention, and you should be very concerned. Zane? I'm not scaring you. I'm not telling you to be afraid because I don't know we don't deal with afraid. We don't deal with fear. We deal with knowledge. You understand? And knowledge we deal with. We don't deal with fear. Zane? Knowledge we are dealing with. Knowledge. Zane, we are dealing with knowledge, not fear. Yeah, don't be afraid because it is imminent. Zane, it is imminent. Don't be afraid. Is it? And don't be afraid to tell me say foolishness me attack too. Because I know some attack no foolishness based on the wise ones. Big up yourself, brother Imhotep. Zane? No. What is Pegasus? Pegasus is a spyware developed by the Israeli cyber arms company NSO Group that can be covertly installed on mobile phones. So you know, so when I say it can be covertly installed on your phone, that means you don't know what's there on your phone. You see that? That means you buy a phone, you get a number, whatever you have your phone, you this, you that. You buy a phone from a company, you don't know what is installed on it, and like me, we just take phone and use phones, you know. Yeah. So it can be covertly installed on your mobile phones and other devices. That means your television, because everything is digitalized now. So your television, your everything where you use digitally. Even when you get up and do Siri, turn off the light. Are you going to your bed? Siri, turn off the TV. Yeah. So even Siri, could be Pegasus. Car could have Pegasus. Since the mobile phone and other devices running most versions of iOS and Android. Then Pegasus is able to exploit iOS version of up to 14.6 through a zero-click exploit. As of 2022, Pegasus was capable of reading text messages. You hear that? As of 2022, Pegasus was able of reading text messages, tracking calls, collecting passwords, location tracking, assessing the target devices, microphone and camera, and harvesting information from apps. The spyware is named after Pegasus, the winged horse of Greek mythology. I wonder if we read we just read a while ago. The spyware is named after Pegasus. Now we are going to connect this with the mythology, the Greek mythology where they might feed with so much years, and blessed are the few that woke up, blessed are the few that come to them senses, blessed are the few that have been laughed at, ridiculed, and ushered out. You see what I say? Because everything is coming out to light. You see? Everything is coming out to light. Yeah? So it is a Trojan horse computer virus that can be sent flying through the air. Mark all of these things we're talking about. It's flying through the air to infect cell phones. You see? So imagine something that come through the air to infect your cell phone. Yeah? Pegasus was discovered in August 2016 after a failed installation attempt on the iPhone of a human rights activist. Led to an investigation revealing details about the spyware, its abilities, and the security vulnerabilities it exploited. News of the spyware caused significant media coverage. It was called the most sophisticated. Listen what it was called, It was called the most sophisticated smartphone attack ever, and was the first time that a malicious remote exploit used jailbreaking to gain unrestricted access to an iPhone. The spyware has been used for surveillance, anti-regime activists, journalists, and political leaders from several nations around the world. In July 2021, investigation initiative Pegasus project, along with an in-depth analysis by human rights group Amnesty International, reported that Pegasus was still being widely used against high-profile targets. See? No, that is Pegasus. So, brothers and sisters, welcome to the new age, Pegasus. See? Welcome to the new day. See? Pegasus. Now check this out. Check this out now, right? This is 2021. This was an article from 2021. Yeah. Israeli. Yeah. What? Careful where it's coming from. Israeli spyware company NSO Group placed on U.S. blacklist. Decision against company at heart of Pegasus project reflects deep concern about impact of spyware on U.S. national security interest. NSA Group has been placed on a U.S. blacklist by the Biden administration after it determined the Israeli spyware maker has acted contrary to the foreign policy and national security interest of the U.S. The finding by the Commerce Department represents a major blow to the Israeli company and reveals a deep undercurrent of concern by the U.S. about the impact of spyware on national security. The company's signature spyware, known as Pegasus, is alleged to have been deployed by foreign government against dissidents, journalists, diplomats, and members of the clergy, with several alleged victims in the UK. Its clients have included Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Hungary, and India. Right? The new designation, which places NSO in the company of hackers from China, Russia, comes 3 months after a consortium of journalists working with the French non-profit group for the Guardian. So basically, you see the match I put a ban on it, so we don't have to read all that. See? So the match I put a ban on it. See? The match try ban it. See? So pay attention. One more before we get into the deep territories. Before we get into deep territories, you see, because we're not wasting time this evening. No. We're not wasting no time. You see, we're not wasting no time. Read what is on your screen. Read what is on your screen. You see that? Have you seen that? Huh? Have you seen that? Or just me alone can read? Hmm? You know with me? You know there? You know there? All right. An undisclosed Israeli firm won a contract last year to provide cybersecurity equipment to the government. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chan has confirmed without giving further details. The update from Chan comes as he indicated that the administration will not be verifying the claim by the United States that the Chinese government has used a local network to spy on Jamaicans, as well as his former top diplomat here. The unspecified equipment will join with others being procured by the Andrew Holness administration to establish a cyber academy. Chang explained to the Sunday Gleaner. Canada and the United States, Australia, and France are our other main suppliers. Following the Prime Minister's Holness visit to Israel in 2017, Zine, the opposition People's National Party, has said it was concerned that Holness had engaged intelligence gathering capabilities that are not in keeping with legislative and constitutional provisions. Zine? So, somebody said crazy that the operation of the Antichrist. No, it is not. Deca, stop the lie pan the Antichrist them. This is the Christ. This is the Christ. Stop the foolishness. Stop dodge who you really are. Who you really with. Stop play games. Stop play games and accept Jesus when Jesus come. Where you run go? Where you run go? Where you running to? No, no. So basically, so what is Pegasus? Pegasus, is a spyware. It's a horse. Trojan horse. Greek mythology. That was developed in Israel, and it is used to, spy on whosoever it chooses to. See? But let us dig a little deeper into this horse. Let us dig a little deeper and see what is this horse about, and who is this horse, or what is this horse. You see? So hence the caption: Jesus is here. He's here. He is here. He has returned. Him there. Him there. Hallelujah. Jesus is here. Hallelujah. You see? We waited so long, and I am happy that I finally live. You see? I'm happy I finally live to see the return. You see? I'm super happy. I live to see the return of our Savior. Look at the screen. Are you as happy as I am? Wanna happy like me? The 1,000 years. And I saw an angel coming down out of heaven, having the key of the abyss, and holding in his hand a great chain. He seized the dragon, that ancient serpent, who is the devil or Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. He threw him into the abyss and locked and sealed it over him, to keep him from deceiving the nations anymore until the 1,000 years were ended. After that, he must be set free for a short time. I saw thrones on which were seated those who had given authority to judge. You are here. You are here. You are here. Hurry, 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 hurry. I saw thrones on which were seated on those who had given authority to judge. And I saw the souls of those who had been beheaded because their testimony about Jesus and because of the word of God. They had not worshipped the beast or its image, and had not received its mark on their foreheads or their hands. They came to life and reigned with Jesus 1,000 years. The rest of the dead did not come to life until the 1,000 years were ended. That not really in the Old Testament, but NIV have to put it in to really tell you wait and say. Zin, this is the first resurrection. Yeah? So he's here. He's here. Oh, Vegas, in a sense, man, a foolishness to say attacks, man. Come on, if I sit and go and go look something for eat, I must think that, I must say, if Panadol, them a turn in a idiot. I Panadol, them a turn this man in a fool, you know. Is he? Is it Panadol, them a turn this man in a fool? All right. Revelation 19. Walk with me. Walk with me, Revelation 19. So we're going to go down there, so. And we could go from verse 11 and read. Blessed are the few that woke out of their slumber. I am so happy to be one of them. I am, one time my brother said to me, say, and my brother them on the platform, I say, yo, me no want you dead, you know. Me want you live long, long, long so you can see when everything unravel and you can just say, yeah, man, me did tell them. You see? Read it up on your screen. You see how long them tell we say prophecy are fulfilled. You see how long them tell we say the end is here and the end is near and this and that and all kind of prophecy and all them something there. And revelation are fulfilled. Them did right. Them did right, you know. But we didn't know who have fulfilled it. We didn't know who have fulfilled it, you know. Wait for me a little bit, Julian. Wait for me a little bit. We didn't know who have fulfilled prophecy. So we just make them go and beat with the sickness because we know so the day are going to come when only the people will free themselves and free them soul will be among the chosen ones that will live at the highest realm or the highest level of consciousness. You see? And I saw heaven opened, And behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. In righteousness. His eyes were as flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress, and the fierceness and wrath of Almighty God. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. We gave out two more. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying, To all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God, that he may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Now you see how this is important? When you see how this is important? You see? Listen again, you know. Members of where the Pegasus come from? What the Pegasus is to do? To know every move you make. To rule with an iron fist. You see that? To rule with an iron fist, rod of iron. Rule them with a rod of iron. But are you so interesting? Here, so interesting. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against who? Pegasus, the white horse. From where? Who is Jesus? King of Israel. Right? And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, and which he deceived them, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. Now we know what is the mark of the beast. So African nations, you're not exempt. And them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of burning and brimstone. Fire burning and brimstone. You realize I want to just read a while ago? And I realize what we really I see happen. Joy pretty said the Lion of Judah shall return or will return as Jesus. I don't have a problem with you, sister, believing that, sister. But he's here. He is here. The prophecy fulfilled. Him there. You see, the war start already. You see, the war start already for blacklist him, the Pegasus. You know, see who start work with the Pegasus already. The Trinidad government denied it. Our prime minister met with the cyber team in Israel. The Pegasus can just fly through the air and end up on your phone or end up on your computer or whatever you're using to monitor your every move, your every words. But this has been going on for a long time, you know. You just know them, I give you the name and I give you the fulfillment. You just know them, I make you understand. Say Jesus is here. This is basically the start of the 1,000-year, quote unquote, 1,000-year rule. Because remember, so the devil will be locked away this time. So they're going to have the power to know everything you do, walk, talk, say to your wife say to you, your best friend say to you. May you stand up here and talk. Right now we are speak and them know what we're talking about. Have you noticed an effort to revive the churches in Jamaica? Have you noticed the message has reached all over the world, every corner of the earth that did not know about Jesus, aka Pegasus, know about him now? Do you realize places where people, you never even know those places exist, and those people have their own custom and practices and their own deities, Do you realize now, say, you're seeing all these videos in places where people even taking a lamb and putting it up on a post and crying? Just have a kill a lamb and put on a piece of stick. Do you realize this year, Easter, how many people were flogging people who were reenacting the crucifixion of Pegasus? Look on this. In case you think, say, it's just a little one thing. It's a Revelation 6. Verse 1, and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Listen again. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat upon him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny. You can't make this up. Oh, I say I'm going to retire the phrase there. You can't fathom this. And 3 measure of barley, or barley for a penny, and see thou hurt no, not the olive and the wine. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. Now, there's about to be a food crisis on earth. Food shortage. Now you have to really, really wonder about this thing that went around or is still going around when them can't get rid of. You have to really know, I wonder. There's about to be a food shortage on earth. Big up yourself, Sandy. There's about to be a major food shortage on earth. And the seeds them where you can get for produce or plant to get produce, straight GMO. And these GMO seed them are going to kill off the natural seeds them or plants them. The problem with the GMO plants them and seeds them take a special type of fertilizer. And that type of fertilizer will go damage the soil and kill off all of the organisms them will give natural nourishment or nutrients to the earth. Hence, if it is going to be GMO or nothing, and you know with the GMO, you know health problems and lack of nourishment. So this is what basically it tell you what's happening. But you did look for the sky to open. You did look for a savior to come save black people. All this time you were looking for a savior to come on the winged horse or the winged horse, the white horse. Riding on the clouds. Is it a coincidence that everything is in iCloud and that is where all information basically is stored? And that is where Pegasus can get to? All this time, you sit down waiting for a savior to come save you from the people that oppressed you. He's here. He is here. You see, A lot of people gonna welcome the spying on, and everybody can track your every move, because I say, yo, me not do nothing, so me no business if nobody want to watch or spy on me and all of them things there. But you, because you're just simple minded, so you think say, yo, that's the only issues you're gonna face. But wait until the food shortage start. And during food shortage, when people start fight for food. And of course, everything is digital. So you're gonna be told what you can use your money to buy. You see, so many of you got so distracted by people who are in our community trying to create the chaos, so you can be distracted from what is going on. So you can pay attention, so you can be followers, so you can stay in sheep mode. If you have a little piece of land, I don't know if it's too late, but maybe you need to grab your fork and your last hand come. Maybe we have to get back to barter system, because paper money is going to be obsolete. And the only thing is going to be in circulation is digital currencies. So according to what it tell you, if you don't have the stamp of approval, you can't buy meat, or you can't buy rice, or you can't buy flour, or you cannot buy wheat, which is the most expensive thing right now, or one of the most expensive food items right now, wheat. Plenty food is good, Camille, but maybe we don't even have a choice, because now you're going to need a license to plant. And you're going to be told how to farm and how much manure, fertilizer, chemical fertilizer you must put at the root of the plants or in the soil. Of course, you're going to get weed pepper seed, but of course, the one of them approved. This is not to drive fear into anybody, you know. It's not to drive fear into anybody. It's just to remind you of this. So now that you see the prophecy fulfilled, you know, but I go on like say when we did that talk, and Ben Youssef and Dr. Clark and Jordan Maxwell and all the greats who warned you about this time. You see? You know, go on like say, nobody tell you. Now I always wondered about this Bible scripture. Me always wondered about the Bible scripture. Because me used to wonder and say, how me I go see when this happen if me there Jamaica? From a little boy, me I wonder about this Bible scripture. Because me never know which part Israel there. Watch out. It's a new day. It's a new heaven and a new earth. Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned to her for her husband. This is key. Me tell you say, Jesus is here. The Pegasus has already arrived. Me always want to say, oh, Jerusalem I go fit. Come down and fit in the Jerusalem where they already. Because me used to take it literally. So the new Jerusalem come down and the old Jerusalem got destroyed. It's a new day. It's a new way to control. It's a new way to rule. It's a new governance. It's Jesus with us 1,000 years. And after that 1,000 years, everything will be under the control of Yahweh. Because of that we start calling him now. Because Africans claim say them are Hebrew. So I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I saw the holy city Jerusalem coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And God himself shall be, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their God. You see that? And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Yep. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto him, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It's done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. God is the beginning and the end. There goes the argument that God is not subjected to time, because anything that ends or anything that has a beginning is subjected to time. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely, and he that overcometh shall inherit all things. And I shall be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, and the unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and warmongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. You're dead again. And there came unto me one of 7 angels, which are the 7 vials, full of the 7 last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will shew thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great high mountain, and showed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. You get it yet? Having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone, most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. Welcome to the new age. You have waited all this time. Time to bow down. Time to get on your knees. You see that? All this time, you thought it was the devil was gonna tap your phone. All this time, you thought it was all this time you thought it was the black the black the black the black horn the black horn man was going tap your phone, look into your everything, know what you're doing before and after. Huh? This is a new day. This is a total new day. But here is Pegasus, where you just read about in a revelation. You see? See there? Revelation 6, verse 2. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. You see? Revelation 19. And I saw heaven opened, and behold a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Yeah? Pegasus spyware is in the news again, and this time for allegedly being used to hack the smartphones of a few journalists, politicians, activists in India. But you know that Pegasus is a mythical winged horse revered in Greek mythology. Many might remember Pegasus as a winged companion of Hercules, as depicted in Disney's popular animated movie. But according to Greek lore, Pegasus had nothing to do with Hercules, but was the steed of another Greek hero, Bellerophon. Pegasus, the offspring of Greek god of sea. You want to go back now, go read it. Pegasus, offspring of Greek god of sea, Poseidon. And Gorgon, Medusa. So you did afraid of Medusa all of this time? You never know, say, a Medusa pitney. You never know, say, a Medusa pitney all this time. You bow down to. Was born from the latter's blood when he was slain by Perseus. After the sea god had intercourse with the Gorgon in the form of a horse or bird, Pegasus and his brother, Shirsor, were born. May I say that right? Cherisor, yeah. As the divine horse spent its days with the muses, Bellerophon wanted to tame it so that it could kill Chimera, a monster with the head of a lion and the tail of a dragon. And blah, 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 blah. So all of this time, you didn't know, so it was all Greek mythology. You know what I say all of this time? Is Medusa, Pitney. Then remix and give to you. All of this time when you wait for somebody come save you. Well, you waited long enough. Medusa Pitney come back here. So Medusa Pitney come back here. Notice how hard them working now, right? Notice how hard them working now to conform you. Notice how hard them working now to keep you passive, distracted. So while you sleep, while you slumber, all of these things happening, and by you wake up one day, you're in the Pegasus. By you wake up one day, the iron fist is upon you. Them no need to inject you. Them no need to put anything in your food. It's in the cloud. And if something can just get on your phone from out of the cloud, that means that everything electrical, through your dwellings, your car, everything. So privacy, oh, forget that, man. What about privacy? You're being watched 24/7. Your WhatsApp, your Facebook, direct messages. You send somebody a direct message and you get a block. Why you think you send somebody a direct message and then block you? Because even a direct message is not direct anymore. It's just a way that me can't see it. You see? That is what it is. I don't want to bring on Imhotep to give you a more detailed reasoning upon the. Yeah. Yeah, man, yeah. Detailed reasoning upon the pros and the cons. And are we supposed to be celebrating the new day, the new age? Oh, it's going to be sold to you that, oh, this hour we are used to stop all of the gunman them from killing you. That is the message. The message is, now you're protected. You can't leave your house open now. You can't leave your door them open now. But them already have it I use. So why we can't leave the doors them open? Because that is not the main thing. Me tell us that them no want solve crime. Them no want war. They don't want the youth them to stop war. Them have all the information of who I use hitman, of who I buy gun, of who I bring in gun, who I ship off the gun. Then come on, if me and you talk on the WhatsApp, and them know what we're talking about, They don't think them know every conversation. If we say gun on this program, the algorithm pick up gun. If we say thief, it pick up thief. Some words are more potent than some words to the algorithm. So if we use word like KILL and all of them things there, and DEATH, it grab it quickly and check we out. What are we talking about? So how comes them now use the Pegasus to solve the crime where them a try sell it? To make it sound like I sell them a try sell it. Or them try buy it, or them try get to use it. Or you must say nothing while them I use it in your everyday life. Because it's a solve crime. But the crime rate increasing. Because you know why? Pegasus come to cause war. That is what the Pegasus come for. The winged horse will ride upon the clouds. Come to bring war. It come to turn nations against nations. It come to cause food shortage. It come to give people total control over you. 100%. And me is not a propagandist or a conspiracy theorist. But some things are just too obvious. Coming to believing that the whole frighten people, get you afraid, all of them something there. But this fulfillment of prophecy cannot be ignored. Because millions around the world, especially Negroes, bought into the whole idea. Bought into this whole idea that, oh, some man with them crucified on a cross is going to come back and save us. And we've been believing that for centuries. But now it is here, or he is here. You feel more safe? You see, Earth has become such a prison. Earth has become such a prison where you're going to say something on your phone and somebody will be able to track you down and just pick you up. And when they hold you and them detain you, they're going to just give you a plea bargain and say to you, we have everything that you said. But if you want to fight it in court, you may get 50 years, but we'll give you 2 years and you keep your backside quiet. And be careful what you say on your phone. All the movies, them, we see them act out of Hollywood. Just look who are the ones behind these movies and see if it's not a lead up to the prophecy or the fulfillment of prophecy. Once you are speaking against an entity that the Pegasus protects, you're in trouble. This is not to tell you to go out there and start any revolt. I go turn an activist. This is to tell you that whatever you say can be used against you in a court of law. Because Jesus is here and he's going to rule among us for 1,000 years. How many are you going to live to see 1,000 years? Imagine we all believed all this time that Jesus is going to come and live with us for 1,000 years, and then he will release back the devil for a little time. After the 1,000 years, how many of you can live to see 1,000 years? Well, of course, with Jesus, all things are possible because Pegasus will be long here when we are long gone, or still here when we are long gone. Excuse me. Is that a Pegasus not going away? Pegasus is here to stay. So the administrations them we claim say we claim say them a blacklist the Pegasus from God's chosen people that came out of right there on your screen as Pegasus software created by who? If this was created by Africans, you would have had a chance to blacklist it. Because it is deemed necessary. You see? Now, me want all of the black Hebrew them that telling me about I'm from Benjamin tribe and I'm from Dan tribe. Me want to know if you're not part of the Pegasus program. Because the Pegasus is here. I want to claim say I want the chosen one and not the people them. We create the Pegasus. I reveal the Pegasus. We could hear from a better mind on the matter. Ilja.
Yeah, man. Peace, love, and light, family. Go on.
There, man. Give thanks to the link.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Give thanks.
I really want to bring him on a program because I may be speaking on it too nonchalant, and you may have a better way of explaining it, what it's all about, and how we're supposed to be worried.
Well, I mean, if you are a Christian or a believer, you don't have to worry. You know it go. A prophecy are fulfilled. At the last days, you get what me I say. So, yeah, if you're a Christian or a believer, that means you don't have to worry about that still. But like critical thinkers now, have to be mindful as to what really are going on. You get what me I say? And even as Jamaicans too, because this is something very serious, I mean, it fly over enough people head because a lot of us sometimes, we don't keep ourselves abreast with current affairs, what go on in the geopolitical spectrum, current affairs and them something. You get what I say? So you see, this Pegasus thing here is a serious thing. You get what I say? Once you see world boss all intervene and blacklist them and sanction them and them something, so the thing serious. This is the same spyware that was used allegedly to kill the Saudi Arabian brethren then work for the Washington Post named Jamal Khashoggi. You get me? I say them actually hacking him phone, right? Lure him in the Turkish in the consulate in Turkey, the Saudi consulate in Turkey, and mince him up. You get me? I say, I mean, it was a big thing for a couple a months or about a year. So you see, a lot of say dissidents, so to speak, a lot of critics of these governments because these governments secretly buy the software and then now them can hack any phone, track any phone, anyone who is considered to be a critic or any opposition members. You get what I say? Yeah, man, them can hack them phone and track their movements and read their messages, everything. So this is something very serious.
Or any antichrist. or any antichrist, excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, anyone that goes against like the prescribed narrative or the status quo, automatically they are a target. So even we with the out up on the battlefield, we have to be mindful of these things as well because I mean we are targets as well. You understand me? I say. truth be told as well is that in what 2017, when Andrew Holness went to Israel, there were three main areas of cooperation that they highlighted. They said they wanted to cooperate in water, in agriculture, and cybersecurity. You get what I say? Yeah. So there is, I mean, questions were asked about what was the intent of his visit to Israel, and it's like, you know, it's a state secret. You get what I say? So a whole heap of little things are going to unfold, you know, time I go tell. I mean, me not go beat no fearmonger in jump still. You get what I say? Because it's not nothing to be afraid of. It's important for us to know, because whenever we are ignorant, we become fearful. But once we know things, you know, we're confident and we know, so yeah, we know how to approach it. So everything will go on in the Bible, so to speak, and them man, yeah.
Right. That's what I want. That's what I want. I was just gonna say that to you. Give me give me the connection. All them get to write this and then acting it out now. All them detail what they were going to do, and now they're actually doing it.
All right, so it's more of like you know, a codex in scriptus approach. You get what I say? Like, you know, you decode it. So just like how the Bible, you know, have certain codes, right? And especially the fact that you know, Christians are expecting these things to materialize, or prophecy are going to fulfill and things like that. What these people are doing is that they are fulfilling the prophecies according to the codes. You get what I say? So everything where we are look for as Christians and believers, they are going to do it, because once they do it, it will not be a surprise to us, because people are going to say what we were expecting it, you know, a prophecy are fulfilled. So it's a playbook. It's a thing a play out. It's like a script. It's a script them I go by, family. You get what I say? And them I use the Bible to play it out. So that's one certain things come, it no surprise you, because people are going to condition their mind.
So the Bible is like the blueprint.
Yes, word up. So you see the Pegasus situation, you know, remember them say Jesus I go come on the White House, you know, that is Pegasus. You get me? I say the Rastas them put Haile Selassie on Pegasus too. You understand me? I say yes, them put him on Pegasus too. So what you kind of realize now is that you know, it's a concept where I play out, and a them I play it out. It's a script, my brother. You understand me? I say it's actually a script where I play out in front of our eyes, and at them I fulfill and I manifest everything. You get what I say? Yeah, so even the whole concept of Pegasus, it kind of have a twofold nature to it, you know. You get what I say? It's just like the Bible. The Bible have a twofold nature, because, you know, you do have the literal interpretations, and you have, you know, the inner meanings to it. You get what I say? And then just play it out. See that the Rasta then put Haile Selassie on Pegasus. That's Pegasus, that's up. Because where Rastas it even do is that them kind of affiliate the book of Revelation, they say when they talk about he that sat on the horse was just and true, yada yada yada. That's why they put Haile Selassie on the white horse. You understand what I say? So it's more like a concept where them are gonna play out. It are gonna play out in front of our eyes. As the man them say, everything that is hidden shall be revealed. So that's the thing I go right in our family. Everything will play out. Everything will play out.
Explain to me how the Pegasus or the Revelation, the whole idea of the coming, the seven seals, and the coming of the Christ, that plays a role into the brain, though, into cognizant or cognitive aspect of
all right. So you don't know it go. Christ means consciousness. You get me? I say. And when you talk about Pegasus, right? There's a part of the brain, them call it the hippocampus, right? That part of the brain is responsible for memory. Okay. In any medical dictionary, in medical terminology, it is called the sea horse or the white horse. You get what I'm saying? So when they say that Christ will come back on the white horse, it's more like memory. It has to do with memory and the brain, the human brain. That's what Pegasus represent in terms of esoteric occult teachings. You get what I'm saying? So consciousness, right, will return and the dead in Christ shall rise. You get what I'm saying? So it more has to do with the hippocampus, which has to do with memory. So when you talk about the Akashic records, you're talking about, your ancient ancestral genetic memory bank. It's the same thing. It's the same thing like the Lamb's Book of Life. You get me? I say it's the hippocampus, stuff to do with memory. But again, now, you see, there's always the twofold nature of the thing, where you have, the externalized interpretations, where you have them Jimmy Swaggart and the fearmongers, religious people, them. I talk about Revelation is like, the end of the world and blah, blah, blah. The entire book of Revelation have to do with your anatomy and physiology. You get what I say? It talk about the 7 seals. And we know for a fact that we have 7 seals because the 7 seals are the 7 life force energy centers, aka the 7 chakras.
Yeah.
You get what I say? So, right. So we are supposed to open up the 7 seals. That's the whole objective of Revelations.
So in this time, basically, what you're saying is in this time when this is going on, where they're using they're going off of the revelation, where them implement these things into society, or them bring forward their version. Then
word,
you understand me? I say
word.
not the ancient teaching, not the more intricate teaching, or the you see what I say, the metaphysical teaching. So they're bringing forth their version of the revelation now to fulfill the prophecy where them been teaching us about. Because everyone been saying it's the coming, the end is here, the end is here.
Mm-hmm. Last days and them something.
So what is gonna happen now is the non-believers of that Pegasus where them are put forward, or that coming of Christ that them are put forward, the non-believers, the people them where I use them where we use up more of the brain, they decipher what's going on. Those people are basically gonna be targeted. Would you agree?
Yeah, man, straight up, man. We are in a time where some serious psyops are going, where psychological operations take place, especially on social media. We are in the information age. However, a lot of us are very ignorant to a lot of things. We are in the information age where at our fingertips we can access a certain degree of information about our anatomy, about our physiology, about the science of the self. You get what I say? Our knowledge of self. The information is there. A lot of us are ignorant to that, and we will remain that way because certain information is purposely being disseminated. You get what I'm saying, family? To keep us focused on the surface, while deeper things are going behind closed doors, so to speak. So they are using even the Bible, and they are deliberately doing certain things. You see, couple months from now, you're gonna hear say what? Oh, food shortage. We heard it before. It's not new. But people accept it as our last days, a prophecy are fulfilled, and there will be wars and rumors of wars. So what going on Ukraine and Russia, a prophecy are fulfilled. Ukraine and Russia, them supply, they are like the #1 exporters of wheat and whatever. So it affects the entire grain system in terms of the worldwide market. People say what? A prophecy are fulfilled. There'll be wars and rumors of war, and there'll be famine and starvation, blah, blah, blah. So these are things that are being accepted now as normal because, a prophecy are fulfilled. Critical things that no, yes.
Sorry, but to make the point where people really assess still, you have to understand that these things may be deliberately done to fulfill that argument or that narrative or whatever is being propagated.
Word.
So food shortage can only happen if there are wars. You see me I say? Food shortage can only happen and inflation and everything here because them create it. word. So that is something where we have to not ignore and say it's been said a long time, because remember, remember them create the things them for fulfill the prophecy, remember. Excuse me, remember them design the things them for say, see here, this is happening now, you see. So these wars where them create, is this gonna be the only war? Is this gonna right now currently war going on all over Africa? It's just that people not reporting on it. And when war going on, you must have food shortage and famine and all of them things there. Plus, as I said earlier on, the GMO products them when them distribute worldwide is gonna lead to more food shortage, because the earth is gonna be totally damaged. 100 in another 20-30 years, the earth is gonna be so damaged where it's gonna be hard for things to grow from the earth, unless you have the type of fertilizer what them are distribute to make a food grow, which is chemical fertilizer. So natural produce or natural products gonna be difficult to produce within years to come. Is it?
Yeah, Subi, and right, just to add to that family, I think it's in Sweden. There's a place they call the seed bank, right, where them store like every seed for every, you know, fruit or food in the world, right? Them store the organic ones. GMO food is dominating the world market, right? Especially even in Africa, we see where these humanitarian organizations, like feed the children and food for the poor and whatever. The food that they are giving the African people is the GMO food. You get what I'm saying? The African farmers are being told to what? Destroy their organic produce, right? And accept the genetically modified things. They might do it with pigs, they might do it with goat, they might do it with everything. You understand what I say? The same Israeli people, they actually grew a featherless chicken that was like maybe 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. They were the first to raise a featherless chicken, meaning say the chicken now grow with no feather. You understand what I say? So these people are experimenting with everything that has to do with food consumption. So definitely for sure, there's going to be a time when organic food, which is very expensive right now,
Right,
it's going to
right.
be less and less accessible.
It's only people with money can afford organic food right
Uh,
now.
Correct. So what they're doing to like third world countries, right? They are coming in, they are destroying your organic food, and they are giving you the GMO as a replacement.
So that is the reason why I said the argument of food shortage. Because remember, I was speaking to Mama G um this week, and she said to me there is a food shortage about to happen worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
That is the reason why she's getting some female farmers in
Mm-hmm.
the area that she's in, the maroon area that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Some female farmers to do some farming, and she's
Mm-hmm.
putting that project forward, which I hope that I can share more with the people when they can join in and support what she's doing. You see, but
Correct.
other people from the conscious community are noticing the amount of GMO produce or GMO seeds when they distribute, and the way how they are trying to educate people, because most of these places, yeah, I just did a whole research, a study on the slow food movement around the world. So I did Columbus, Ohio, right? And there are people out there who are seeing what is happening and trying to create fairness, good food, clean food, in the agriculture industry. But it's very difficult because, as I said before, and as you said, earlier on, the GMO produce are basically being seeds are basically being forced on people to use. And because of that, now you need the fertilizer, the chemical fertilizer to grow these products are produced. And that is what is going to cause the long-term effect The long-term impact, negative impact on the earth, is going to be caused by the amount of chemical fertilizer that they're using. But it's all designed because it's the only way you can put forward the Pegasus. Because the Pegasus is, you're going to believe the Pegasus, it comes to save you. You see, now them being, it's a lot of hypocrisy going on now, like them trying to fight against the Pegasus. But we know them not going to really fight against anything from the chosen people. We know that. We know so the government now will claim so them a fight against or them a blacklist the Pegasus. There is no way this is gonna be, this is just a front. This is just a front, you see? Because is the people of God created this thing. And it has to, them have to make sure so the prophecy fulfilled. So when black people start see food shortage are going, see? When black people start see this food shortage, what you think are gonna happen? Them are going to just get fearful. Them are going to start pray. Them are going to start full up the churches. Them are going to start. No, there's a big, what do I call it now, push or mission to get back the youth them into the church system, you know. Is a thing that is going on. Look at Jamaica College and not Jamaica College and Kingston College this few weeks ago. You see? They might bring back this type of behavior, brother. That's you have to look on the KC student turn away over improper hairstyle. You know what that mean? That mean, yo, you have to start play about that or get back into that frame of mind. Because everybody getting out of hand. Everybody's losing this whole, the Jesuit order. Everybody have moved too far away. Too much people have moved too far away from the Jesuit order. So the Pegasus is going basically hand in hand with the Jesuit order. When enough people do the Jesuit basically the Society of Jesus. Hence, yes, we may say the connection with the Pegasus. You see, is the Pegasus and the order, you know, the Pegasus order, you know. That is the reason why you see all of these things. Notice some the other day, notice again, right? Notice again this one. This other one came out with the church them. I blame the schools them for the youth them the failure of the youth them. See it again. Look on the screen. You see? Archbishop of Jamaica basically that he must say.
Yes, Subi, but why must it make no sense because 95 or 96% of the schools in Jamaica are owned and operated by a church.
Yeah, but them have to everybody have to get back in line with the Jesuit order.
Word.
Yes, what may I say? So
Word.
me and you know, say, me and you understand that.
Word.
We understand that, but of course, majority of the people them are gonna say, yeah, man, that's true.
Yeah, man. Jamaica need God and them something there.
We have to get back under the banner of the Jesuit order. That is what this whole thing is to basically put you in order. It's a one world situation, one world order, where you have to be following this mandate. You cannot buy things unless you are, worse if you have if you don't have the mark of the beast, the quote unquote mark of the beast. You see what I say?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna be told, you're gonna go to some places to buy with your digital currency or your digital card. You're gonna go someplace to buy things and they might say, yo, them can't sell you that. You see? So that is basically what is happening.
Yeah, Subi, it's more like a classical Hegelian dialectic, you know, like a problem, reaction, solution scenario. And their approach has always been like, you know, order out of chaos. You get what I say? So, you know, yeah, they might manufacture the chaos to get some form of order out of it. You get what I say? To get the people them consent, everybody fall in line. And we see it play out the last 2 years. We see how them dilly and dally with we and play some chess game with the big C thing. You get what I say? Them tell we when we can go places and when we can't go places and whatever. So that's a blueprint where themselves, right, put that forward. Because the big C, that I show you said this about from about 1960s. You understand what I say? I don't know where it just happened a couple of years ago. But it was used to their strategic benefit because them couldn't tell me what to do, where to go, right? We can't travel unless certain things. So them always try to benefit from the chaos. Them create the chaos, right? Because them want to push them agenda so them can benefit. So it's all about control. And even the church members, them were, I said, boy, the school system and the youths, them gone astray and whatever. Their agenda is to what? Have these kids subscribing to their doctrines and dogma. You understand what I say? And we have seen in the past that that has never worked. Yeah. As a matter of fact, Subi, I for one do not agree with the fact that like there is no devotion in a school. It's not supposed to happen in Jamaica. You understand what I say? Even though them are gonna say what freedom of religion. That's the reason why you should not have no devotion, because a Rasta youth might in there too. A little Muslim youth might in there too. You understand what I say? Where is their freedom of religion? You get me? I say, when we are going to school, so we them teach we religious education, indoctrination, and that deal with. Now them call it religious studies, because them realize that them can't as an education, because that's all like you indoctrinate somebody. So what you realize, is that them want the youths, them I say, oh, the youths them turn away from the Lord and blah blah blah, because them want to captivate their mind. You understand me? And control them. The youths them are rebel now, naturally, automatically, right? The consciousness will permeate the universe right now, right? Is a serious shift that take place. They realize that they are losing people. They are losing more people than people who are going in. So them have to come out, come crying.
But that's why the winged horse is here.
That's the savior.
That's
According
what
to them.
that's what the savior come. I hit at the savior,
Yes.
That are the perfect answer we may look for.
Yeah, man. That's the savior.
The Pegasus is the savior. See, the whole thing about the Pegasus is supposed to be to protect and serve. It's supposed to protect you and serve a purpose of making sure that this not happen and that not happen, and you can't say this and you can't say that. And it's supposed to be fighting terrorists, and it's supposed to be fighting criminality and all of them things there. That is the savior right there. The savior come.
That's the pretext,
Yeah.
Yeah, so more trials, no
more trial, no more tribulation. So now the 1,000 years is here. You see? And the devil is going to be locked away for a little time. And then they open up back the pit and let him out again. You see?
So. Yes, Subi. This thing are gonna have some serious implications still. You get me? I say, and I have no doubt that the Jamaican authorities, them, yeah, man, them are definitely expose themselves to them technology still. You get me? I say.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, man, we definitely gonna see it unfold. We're gonna see it play out. We're gonna see it play out. I just time, man. Time of the master, man.
We'll see.
We're gonna see it play out, man.
Big up yourself, my general.
Yeah, man. Enough respect.
Thanks.
Cool.
Well, people, there you have it. Remember, this is just an open conversation from two Romed. And please note that I was drinking heavily. So nothing I said here should be used against me in a court of law. So until then, we will wait until you learn some more about this. Then you can educate me on it. All right. So I'm back to drinking my rum as a Romed. All right. Big up on yourself.